We will be doing Chapter 11 presentation on leadership in organizational settings. In this presentation, we will be talking about leadership as it pertains to organizational settings, the different perspectives of leadership, and cross-cultural and gender issues in leadership. Before we go any further, try to take a minute to think about who a leader is and what leadership is as well. There are so many definitions for both, but the truth is that anyone can be a leader if he or she has an idea or vision that others are eager to follow. A CEO for one of India's most successful IT company went on to describe leadership as being able to dream the impossible by influencing, motivating, and helping followers to achieve the same. Let's not forget that, as mentioned earlier, anyone can be a leader or have a leadership role in an organization at any time. This view can be defined as shared leadership. Most effective companies adopt this view, which is that everyone is encouraged to lead when needed, and this then creates a less formal, authoritative environment. The competency perspective of leadership identifies the different characteristics an effective leader is expected to have. These skills can lead to superior performance from leaders, while the behavioral perspective of leadership explains the difference between people-oriented leaders and task-oriented leaders.
Within a college classroom setting, a professor can apply transformational leadership by creating, communicating, and modeling a shared vision for the classroom and inspire the class to strive for a particular vision throughout a given semester. A professor who uses this type of leadership is more of a classroom leader instead of a classroom manager. As a transformational leader, the professor can energize and direct students to achieve the shared classroom vision while encouraging maximum student involvement in lectures and assignments. A college professor who uses transformational leadership must first create a strategic vision that will be easy for all students to buy into. The vision should be realistic and attractive. For example, a classroom vision could entail that if achieved, the student will receive an A in the course. Next, the professor should communicate the vision effectively by clearly stating how the students can achieve this goal. For instance, by completing all assignments, tests, quizzes, and projects, having perfect attendance, and participating in classroom discussions would allow a student to receive an A. Then the professor must model the vision. This can be demonstrated through leading by example and showing students how the particular vision can be achieved. Sharing success stories of previous students who achieved a similar vision is one way of demonstrating the vision model. Lastly, a professor who uses transformational leadership has to get the students to build commitment toward the vision. Allowing the students to have input in creating the vision can help students commit to the vision.
Okay, now we will look at the path goal theory leadership, and we will continue to use the college professor scenario. So with a college professor, the path goal theory leadership with a supportive style. He does this by being helpful and approachable to his students. He tries to help the student not only learn the material, but also enjoy the learning process. He doesn't treat his students like subordinates, but treats them with the same respect that he wants himself. The professor will demonstrate that he really cares about his students doing well and offers any assistance possible to achieve this goal. He also can provide leadership substitutes by encouraging students to work in teams and for stronger students to help guide some weaker students. In doing this, he is still able to provide leadership, but while also helping students to learn to lead themselves. And so now we will look at the differences between the two scenarios. In the first scenario, the professor used leading by example style to lead his class, and he also set a vision as a goal for his class, and he used incentives to encourage students to buy into. In the second scenario, the professor didn't use the leading by example style, but instead he used the supportive style. He also encouraged students to work in teams.
Implicit leadership perspective. Everyone has a set implicit assumption about what a good leader look like, sound like, and act like. Often these mental models are developed in childhood. For example, usually when people talk about leadership, they refer to the leader as a he. Even they know that the characteristics of the leadership are gender neutral, but they have the assumption in their deeply mind that the leader is a male. People tend to be culturally based, carrying the belief and assumption of any particular culture. Also, the leadership perspective are influenced by organizational culture. Over time, people in the same workplace adopt similar belief about the nature of the effective leader. Cross-cultural and gender issues in the leadership. The leadership prototype held by female leaders are different from the prototype held by male leaders. And these prototype differences vary across countries, cultural, and especially industries, as each culture shapes the leader's value and norms. But that doesn't mean they are very different, since a lot of studies in that field found that male and female leaders do not differ in their level of task-oriented or people-oriented leadership. And the main explanation is that real-world jobs require similar behavior from male and female leaders. Thank you so much.